Just bear with us here while she comes on. All right, there we go. So she's going to share her testimony how applying the income shifting strategies has worked for her. I want to bring to you away from the West Coast of Washington, Miss Sarah, and my partner in myEcon. So Sarah, go ahead and tell everybody your before and after myEcon story.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on. Sorry, I was trying to figure out the details. It had my phone had to rotate, I guess, is what was causing the problem. But so basically, before myEcon, I mean, I've always been okay financially. I started pretty young in wealth building. I bought my first home at 21. Me and my ex ran a coupon business for 10 years, where we taught people how to save money on groceries. And then also how to kind of do simple budgeting. But when I found myEcon, it was really something that, took it a step further and taught, how to invest and the actual wealth building side of things for people. So that was a really nice addition to stuff that I was already working on. Sorry, I'm trying to clear notifications as they're coming too. So for myEcon, when we were doing the business, the coupon business, and I was helping my ex run that business, I was also in the process of applying for disability because I have medical problems, mostly regarding with like sleep and insomnia, bipolar and all that type of stuff. And I was in the process of applying for disability, but I hadn't yet been approved for disability. So when I found myEcon, it was something that I could do on my disability. And the way that I set that up, I actually ended up starting a nonprofit with a couple other people that are also on disability. And we basically set up the nonprofit to put in place to be able to build not just myEcon, but a couple other income streams that we have to build the nonprofit to the point where we can then get off disability in the long term, because that's kind of one of the things that a lot of people have questions on is how can I work on disability but still build enough financial structure for my family not to rely on that disability income. So that was kind of our way of coming up with an idea that we can do a disability for a couple of years, build the nonprofit in the meantime, and then step back from disability when we're ready to no longer need that income from disability and the benefits that come along with it. So right now I've been on disability just almost 3 years. So I've been with myEcon just over that. So probably 3.5 years is when I first started with myEcon. And I'm really glad because I have an amazing upline. I work under Travis Farrell out of Texas, and then also Jesus Hawthorne, which are both really strong marketers, always available whenever I need to talk to somebody or have questions. And really just in general, myEcon, for me, myself, I've been able to pay off a lot of debt. Right now I'm about $150,000 I've been paying off in the last 3 years. And that includes my second mortgage of $68,000, my student loans for $20,000, a number of credit cards, my car, and paying off because during this process I've also been going through custody court with my ex, so paying off the fees for family court services and everything like that too. So I've got about $8,000 right now left until I'm debt free besides my mortgage, but that happening on a limited income with the strategies that myEcon teaches is just huge, because most people can't even get by on their day-to-day bills on a limited income. But having the strategies for myEcon, being able to, I was working for part of my disability as well. So when I was working, I was able to shift my income with my W-4 and correcting those allowances on my W-4 to keep more of my income in my pocket. And then also when I went to file my taxes, I had more knowledge on how I could use some of those write-offs for the businesses that I run as well. So for me, it's helped quite a bit. I always get questions on different people that are on disability of how they can work their way off disability or what resources there are for them. And one of the things that I'm a big advocate for is that most people don't know if you're on disability for more than 3 years, it's considered permanent disability, and they will wipe away your student loans just being on disability for more than 3 years too. It is a process. You have applications and you have to turn in financial documents to show, validate your income basically. But a lot of people don't know that that's an option too. So I'm always happy to help. I get almost weekly messages from people asking. I was just talking to one of my other ladies that's in myEcon yesterday, answering questions that she had about applying for disability, and different questions that she had on how she can work with the disability as well. So and then I want to check my notes too, because I don't know if I went over anything else. Oh, and the other thing that I've really been able to do, I touched on it a little bit, but I opened a nonprofit and I've been able to work a lot in the community. My idea is really to build with the network marketing money that we use with myEcon and a couple other sources. Like a lot of other people, I'm kind of in a few different companies, but they all kind of build my brand, which is Families First USA. And they're basically all set up to be able to help grow community impact projects in the community. So a lot of people will see me going to like local nonprofits and community meetings and that sort of thing. And they reach out to me about how they can get more involved in their community using myEcon money as well. So that's been a really huge benefit, especially because I have a lot of free time. And I can go to those community meetings and help make an impact. And that was one of the things that brought me to myEcon originally, is, that it is short for my economy, and it really is trying to pump money into the local economies throughout the country. And just even giving us opportunities like this where, I can connect with Bethany or connect with Jesus or Travis, or I know Nick's talked to me quite a bit about different ways that we can all come together and help our communities grow. And just with everything going on right now with the media really focusing on Nipsey Hussle and what he was trying to do in his own community, if we can all get little community hubs going like that in businesses, we can really make a huge impact across the nation. So that's been why my heart is really in myEcon. And it's just a simple business to be able to tell people about. I feel like it's so simple and it works for everyone on various levels. I mean, if one strategy doesn't work for them, there's other strategies that you can tell them about. And I feel like that's really a huge resource for the myEcon structure as well.
So thank you, Sarah. So there you have it. You have a completely different side of things. You have someone that's on a fixed income that is applying the strategies within the restrictions of how much income and money she can make, that she was able to pay off her attorney fees going through her separation, divorce. She also was able to pay off debt. So how many of you are on a fixed income of disability and you feel that you can't be a business owner? You don't feel that you can actually make money and stay within your parameters of that. You're not going to lose your disability. That's why tax education and investment education is very important. If you partner with us and learn the strategies, because you have to apply these strategies whether you do the business or not. But if you don't have the extra income, if you don't have a way to increase your cash flow, lower your expenses, to eliminate your debt, what is going to change about your financial situation where it currently is? Nothing is going to change about it. And the truth of the matter is, you're going to get further and further more in debt. You're going to get further and further more frustrated, and you're going to want to give up and quit because you feel there's no hope. We have a solution to your financial struggles. We have a solution to your bad credit problems. All you have to do is be willing to learn, have an open mind, and start listening to people who have gotten proven success and results through these strategies that we teach through our income shifting memberships. So if you are watching this video blog, get back with the person who may have invited you on, who may have tagged you on, who may have shared you on. Get back with that person, inbox them and say, hey, I'm ready to go. Or if you need more information, say, like more information.